Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick demonstration video of something I just kind of came across and thought about and wondered if it was possible and tried it out, and lo and behold, it is possible. I was thinking about how Siemens has their TIA Portal software online and how expensive Allen Bradley is, and the hardware requirements of all the Allen Bradley software, and the licensing fees, and trying to teach people remotely how to do PLC ladder logic and function blocks and programming HMIs and all that. So I thought, can I remote into the Siemens PLC software that Siemens offers us for free on the remote servers with a Raspberry Pi, because Raspberry Pi Zero is $10. Here. So this is a Raspberry Pi Zero. Here's your HDMI. Here's your power in. I think that's USB-C. And here you would connect a USB hub for your keyboard and your mouse. And here an SD card goes with your operating system, which is going to be Linux. So for $10 in hardware and some accessories, maybe a total of $20, you can access all the software you need to program all the Siemens stuff with the Siemens TIA Portal software. So it can cost $10. TIA Portal software is currently free via the remote server that they offer. You have to follow this PDF that they send out to set up an account with them, and then you have your own remote server that has all of their software on it hosted. And they have a PLC simulator, HMI simulator, a couple different versions of the software that they offer. So currently I am on a Windows PC recording this. I'm going to remote into a Raspberry Pi. So I spelled this out because it's a little confusing. I'm going to remote into a Raspberry Pi with VNC, and then I'm going to be in that Raspberry Pi remoting into a remote server that's a Windows PC provided by Siemens with all their software on it. But I could just have a Raspberry Pi and do the same thing. It would actually be one less step, and it would be a lot cheaper. I just happen to have it set up this way. It's easier to record this way, and it's a good example. So I'm going to use my VNC, which I already am connected to my Raspberry Pi. I'm going to use a RDP, or remote desktop software called Remina. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the address of my remote server that I have set up through Siemens, which was pretty quick and easy. It was like 5 minutes to set it up. So here's my connection to that. I'm the administrator. So here I am. This is the remote server that Siemens lets you set up for free. Change my resolution there. And this is all the software that comes already preloaded with. So it's a Windows operating system. And we're going to use, where are we at here? Version 16 of the TIA Portal. And like I said, you can do HMIs too. It's kind of on par with Allen Bradley's Studio 5000. So I think you can do like servo drive, reaction factors, and all that kind of stuff. So here's some stuff I already had set up in it when I used to connect via Windows. So just to open a project to show you that it works. So this is their current software. This is the most current revision, and it's all completely free right now if you use it via remote server. And when you set up your RDP, if you're using this on Windows, you can access your local ports. So you can write programs here, you can copy all these programs to your local computer, or you can download them to a processor connected to your local computer. So you could have like a S7-1200 connected via Ethernet to your local PC that you're on now, use all the software for free, write it all on a remote, and then download it to the processor you have connected locally. Let's see here. So I think I have a organizational block, OB1 organizational block with a function block Bryce test. Bryce is one of my sophomores, and I was sending some test files back and forth with him earlier. And you see there's a little bit of a lag, but I'm remoting into a Raspberry Pi that's remoting via Wi-Fi into a Windows server that's, as far as I know, I think it's down in North Carolina somewhere, or Georgia maybe. So there's a couple steps along the way, but for the price, it really can't be beat. And the same thing can be done with a Mac. So I have another, the same student, Bryce, that I was talking about, that made a video showing how to do remote desktop remoting into Windows PCs from a Mac. So you can also remote into all the Siemens software for free from a Mac. So if you're trying to teach students remotely, PLC logic and drawing HMI screens and tags and all that kind of thing, it doesn't matter what hardware they have. All they need is a remote desktop client and a browser. So like Raspberry Pi runs on Linux, and you can also run it on Mac OS, and you can run it on Windows. So pretty much any software can work.